of AF1 football, and it's going to be a good one tonight. The Albany Firebirds take on the Oregon Lightning, and you see the Lightning on the sidelines and our JROTC cadets who just did the opening ceremonies, the national anthem. And we are ready for football here in Redmond, Oregon. Both teams come in tonight undefeated, and if you take it back to last year, the Albany Firebirds, as you see right there, there is quarterback Josh Kolka. This team has not lost a game at all since last year. And there he is, number 9, and he is the co-player of the week in AF1, along with his brother. Threw for 6 touchdowns last week, and in fact, both of them threw for 6 touchdowns. This is an electric Albany team. They won the Arena Bowl last year, and they're looking to add to it. The Oregon Lightning, last year, they missed the playoffs by 1 game. They got down, they were on a run. Things were a little rough in the beginning. The team had a rough time trying to find its feet, and quarterback Dalton Cole was here for his first year as the quarterback of this Oregon Lightning team. Dalton Cole's from North Carolina. He's in his 2nd year, and the guys that you really want to watch tonight are Josh Kolka, quarterback for the Albany Firebirds, and then on the other side of the coin, you want to keep an eye on number 7, Dalton Cole, and that guy right there, Chris Lewis, returning for his 2nd year out of Kentucky Christian. That guy has got some serious set of hands. There were times last year where it did not look like he caught the football. The football was either on the ground or it was going out of bounds. He is a dangerous target. So the fans are filling in tonight here at the First Interstate Bank Arena here in Redmond. There's Chris Lewis, number 1. Dalton Cole, number 7, out of St. Joseph College. He will be the quarterback for the Oregon Lightning team. Head coach of the Oregon Lightning is Chuck Jones, and Chuck has taken on a very ominous role this year. Last year he was head coach and GM, and now he is head coach, owner, and GM. They're going to do the coin toss. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and bring you AF1 football in Redmond tonight. It's the Albany Firebirds and the Oregon Lightning. We're coming back to you here in just a few. Welcome back to the Home Team Network and KTVZ Plus tonight here in Redmond. It's the Oregon Lightning and the Albany Firebirds. Let's take a look at the AF1 standings. After 2 games, the Kentucky Barrels, a new team in the league, comes in at 2-0. You see the Albany Firebirds at 2-0 as well, along with the Nashville Cats and the Oregon Lightning at 1-0. And we are ready for kickoff, and here we go. It is bounced off the net, and number 11 for the Lightning has it. That's Terrell Brown, and he gets out to about the 5-yard line as we are starting action here in Redmond tonight. The Lightning will start deep in their own end at the 5-yard line. Our referees tonight are Ricky Robke, he's the referee. Umpires Ross Connor. The center judge is Daniel Sims. The down judge is Adam Howell. The line judge is Gus Morrison. And the back judge is Joe Barnett.
And your Lightning retain possession.
So you see number 1, Chris Lewis, a prime target there for Dalton Cole. And big number 65, Julio Romo, one of the linemen right there as well. You can't miss him. And here we go with the opening play. First play at home this year in 2026 for the Lightning. Cole back in the pocket, looks across the middle, had a man open with Chris Lewis, and the defender jumped right over his shoulder, and that was Trey Wordham, the defensive back, 6'1", 200 pounds for Albany. Fans still filing in tonight here into the First Interstate Bank Center here on the fairgrounds of the Deschutes County Fairgrounds here in Redmond. It'll be second down for the Lightning. And you'll see the deep back, that's Chris Lewis. A lot of the deep backs will run up to the line, and that's what Lewis is doing. And the decoy was Lewis, and that was intended for number 11, Terrell Brown, and the pass is dropped. Talk to John Charles, the quarterback coach for the Oregon Lightning. John Charles played his college football at Portland State University, and he's a left-handed quarterback. So he and Dalton Cole have a lot in common with their play. And John just said, he talked to Dalton, he says, you don't have to throw the home run ball every time. Just see what the defense is going to give you every time, and then just take it from there. Lewis will line up on the line now. The rushing back's going to be number 6, Donovan Ali. Cole back to pass, has time. He's going to take it himself, run it out, and get to about the 13-yard line. He is going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down. That's going to bring up third down and about 2 or 3.
Dalton Cole.
Dalton Cole, he's a big guy. He's about 6'1", about 220, and the guy can move. The coaching staff for the Oregon Lightning: Chuck Jones, Joe Salvador, Zach Cooper, John Charles, and I was happy to see Rico Brown. Rico Brown went up to Washington. It didn't work out, so he's back here with the Lightning. So it's going to actually bring up 4th and about 3 now for the Lightning. Lewis in motion to the line. Cole looks across the line. It is caught. First down. It is caught by Donovan Ali.
Pass complete.
And that was right across the middle. And again, Dalton's not looking for that long ball. You got to throw that short ball, kind of like what the San Francisco 49ers did back in the 80s and early 90s. They threw that short pass to get the first downs, fooled the defenses, and then went long with Jerry Rice. 12:30 to go, no score. Dalton Cole lining up on the near side. Ollie, the rushing receiver, across the middle, and Ollie is hit, and it is, oh, he's looking for, that should have been a flag. There was contact. No call. And the fans here are not liking it. Donovan Ali went up for the pass, and we're going to see if we get this on the replay. And look down the straight part of your screen. Cole drops back in the pocket, and you can't see it from our angle, but there was definitely contact. Second down now for the Lightning. Albany not giving Oregon much at all. Ollie on the rush to the line. Cole has time to throw it. It's across to Chris Lewis. And Lewis is down at the 6-yard line. And another first down for Oregon. Oregon will need to control the ball and the clock in order to stay with Albany. This team is just a team that's been on fire. They won every game, and there were teams, I mean, this team scored 80 points in a game last year. So they, putting big points on the board is not unusual for this Albany Lightning team. Oregon in the red zone now at the 6-yard line, looking to score. Number 11 in motion, across the middle, it is caught! Touchdown, Lightning! Terrell Brown. Terrell Brown at the 11:09 mark puts the Oregon Lightning on the scoreboard. Brown was able to get away from the defender.
Now he's setting out to kick.
And here's the replay of the touchdown. We're going to get the kick here. So he just breaks from the defender, and he's wide open right there in the end zone. Easy play for Dalton Cole. Here's the extra point. The kick is up, and it is off, shanked off the goalpost. Now, if you take a look at where the goalposts are, if you're unfamiliar to the game, there's two sets of nets. And if the ball goes into the net on a kickoff or even on a pass play, as long as the ball falls into the area of play, it's a live ball. Now, that little area in between, on a kickoff, we're going to see, there's a play called a deuce. If the kicker kicks that ball through that space, it's 2 points to the offensive team. If he doesn't get it, the defense or the other team gets the ball to start on offense. So lots of ways to score in this game. Oregon out on top. And they're saying that it went in. On the scoreboard, they're saying that went in. It's 7-0 Oregon. From our vantage point, it looked like it was shanked, but Oregon takes an early 7-0 lead over Albany. Dalton Cole threw for over 120 yards last week up at the win against Washington. Actually, it was 2 weeks ago against the Washington Wolfpack. That was a team that Oregon really liked playing last year. The latter part of the season, in 2 games, they outscored the Wolfpack by 30 points. Back to receive for the Firebirds, number 21, Darren Townsend, and number 1, Tyrese Chambers. Ammon Lakeup will kick it. And here we go. Albany's got the ball for the first time. And that is number 11, Jordan Whitley, rather. Actually, I take that back. That was Tyrese Chambers, number 1. Tyrese Chambers, number 1, all the way out to the 14-yard line. And we will see the Albany Firebirds offense for the first time with Joshua Kolka. He's a quarterback, 6'3", 220. And we'll see what Albany does here on their first play of offense. And the Oregon Lightning get their first look at the Albany Firebirds. These teams have never played each other. Kolka lines up under center. Man in motion to the line, number 3. Kolka drops back into the pocket, lobs it, and it's caught. It is caught by Dwayne Brown, number 3, the wide receiver. And Nicholas Brassel wrestled him to the ground. There is a flag on the field, and Oregon was caught offside. And it looks like the penalty will be declined, and it'll be first down for Albany. The Lightning with 2 first downs in that first series where they scored. And as you can see, this is with Arena League football, it's a shortened field, and there's a timeout on the field, trying to get the chains in place. And they get the chains in place. Referee looks to the line and says, "Play on, fellas." Kolka under center, man in motion, kicks his leg back, hands it off up to middle to number 4, and that is Trevon Shorts. And Shorts doesn't get much. Tackle made by number 99 for the Oregon Lightning, Freddie Booth-Lloyd. Albany is their head coach is Damon Ware, Brandon Cisse, Arthur Hobbs, Tony Bowick, and Jordan Gooch. We've got an injury on the field. Let's take a timeout and come back. 9:08 left in the opening quarter. Oregon leads 7-0. Welcome back to the First Interstate Bank Center. And while we were away, the injured player was quickly carted off the field, and Kolka made a pass complete to number 21, Darian Townsend. And now it looks like Albany is looking to strike at the 5-yard line. Townsend in motion. Kolka back to drop, looking for a man. He's got a scramble, and he's just going to throw it away. And he had pressure. He had pressure from number 15, Rodney Green Jr. So Oregon amping up the pressure. They know that Kolka had a big week, and they want to make sure that he does not have another big week, especially against the Lightning. So they move the ball up. It is spotted at the 2-yard line. Oregon leads early, 7-0. Townsend going to the line, and it's drop pass out to the outside to number 3, Dwayne Brown, and oh, we've got all kinds of stuff going on in the end zone. This is not good. And there you see Chuck Jones in the middle of the fracas. And everybody's separated. Dwayne Brown, number 3, the receiver, and as you can see on the far side, there is all kinds of yellow flags everywhere. And we'll wait to see what the atrocities are, if you will. 7:51 to go here in the first quarter. I'm Jim Schobel. Welcome aboard tonight on Home Team Network, and if you're streaming in Central Oregon, on KTVZ+. And that will be your streaming home for the Oregon Lightning all season long on both of those channels. And we'll see if we can take a look at the touchdown and see if there was anything. Guys are they're writing this stuff down. I don't know if guys are going to be getting kicked out, but while they're doing that, let's take a look at the touchdown. There's Kolka. Look to the far right for number 3 to be wide open. And he is wide open right there and marches in for the touchdown. And it looks like there might have been some taunting going on. So we will see what the final call is. Let's see, Ricky Robke, the referee, is down on the field. And we did not, we weren't able to see if anybody was tossed. So now the Albany Firebirds and number 22, Will Cavanis, will kick the extra point for Albany. The snap kick is up, and it is in the net and good. And we are tied at 7. Both teams coming out looking strong on their opening plays. Oregon methodically moved down, and Kolka made that series look easy. He threw for 6 touchdowns last week, and he's got 1 already. The Albany Firebirds have scored 105 points, and they've only given up 50. Oregon, they scored 33 and gave up 16 to Washington in their win a couple weeks ago. And head coach Chuck Jones, he's played some football. He's played some Arena League football and coaching the Lightning now in their 2nd year and doing it all this year. General manager, coach, owner. And had a chance to visit with him in a radio interview locally here in the Central Oregon area. And he says, this year, it's all on me. If stuff happens, it's all on me. There's only one person to blame. I admire that, but got a lot of irons in the fire. So good luck. And number 22, the kicker, Will Cavanis, talking to the referee while we've got a little bit of a timeout and some kids on the field. And let's take a look at the AF1 rules. If you're unfamiliar to AF1 football, a rebound net's at both ends. They're 30 feet wide and 32 feet high with a 9-foot crossbar. Both teams have 8 players on the field. There's a high man in motion in offense. That's usually one of the receivers. And a touchdown is 6 points. A field goal is 3. Now, if you drop kick it and don't have a holder and drop kick it in the net, they're going to reward you with 4 points. And then, like we mentioned earlier in the open, a deuce is when the kicking team is kicking off to the other team, and the football goes all the way in the fly into the spot in between where you would kick a field goal. And that's 2 extra points for the offense team. And then they don't kick off again. The opposing team gets the ball at the 15-yard line. So we've got a youth group dance team out on the field here. Go to theoregonlightning.com to stay on top of the Oregon Lightning. Schedules and more are there. And if you want to find out what's going on with the league, theaf1.com. In the first game of the year for the Lightning, they put 313 yards on the board, and the receivers were averaged about 117 yards. So again, they're not afraid to throw the ball, but you've got to have people open. Albany has a stingy defense. So the Lightning will get a second look on offense. Cavanis with the kick. And it stays in field, and that is received by number 11, Terrell Brown, who's got the touchdown. Breaks a tackle, got another one, and gets to midfield, and finally brought down by number 0, Lorenzo Jones for Albany. Actually, it's number 10, Angelo Gross. My mistake. All I saw was the 1. I didn't see the 0. So Angelo Gross gets the Lightning to midfield. There he is, number 10. And he breaks 1 tackle, breaks another, and then starts to cut to midfield and cuts back to the outside and is brought down at midfield. A 60-yard field here in AF1. 6:43 left to go. We are tied here in Redmond, Albany, and the Lightning. Cole looking for a receiver. It's Chris Lewis, and it's dropped. Lewis was about to be crushed and just let that ball go. The Lightning have done an outstanding job getting the community interested, ready for the season. They've been out and about, going to different businesses and schools and getting kids involved and stuff like that. They even had a couple of football camps in the area this last week with their off week. Second down now for the Lightning. Lewis rushes up to the line, and it's across the middle, and there was a pattern that was missed, and Lewis was going towards the end zone, and Dalton Cole didn't see him. Look at the lineman there for the Lightning. That is a lot of size. And last year, early on, Dalton Cole in the first half of the season didn't have a lot of time to throw the football. And the Oregon Lightning made some adjustments on the offensive line. And mid-season, he found his form. And the Lightning just barely missed the playoffs. Third down now for the Lightning. Ollie rushing the line. Cole looking across the middle. And open is Ollie, number 6, all the way down to the 7-yard line. And another first down for Oregon. That's their third first down of this first quarter. And Chuck's got to be liking that. Yes, he is. Trying to get the fans here involved. There is no shortage of energy in that man at all. Cole back in the pocket and just looks right across the middle, and he's got his receiver. Into the ball game, number 88, Tyler Stevens, as a receiver for Oregon. Handoff up the middle to big number 50, and he is still up and gets knocked down at the 5. Number 50 is Jalen Vaughn. And they're using the using the big man. They did not score. They're down to the 6. So it'll bring up second down for the Lightning. Look at that guy. He is not small at all. And he'll come out. He got the job done.
Attention passengers, the RDN Airport fly zone is now open. Lightning, prepare.
So the Lightning come up to the line now. Second down and short, 6. So they're within the red zone. Looking to the end zone, and it's almost intercepted by number 5, Drew Singleton. Had the big paw up there, but knocked it down. Chris Lewis, number 1, was the intended receiver. One of the things John Charles expressed to me before the game was he does not want Dalton Cole to rush, if at all possible. I remember talking to Dalton last year, and he says usually you got about 2 seconds to make a decision. 3 minutes left in the opening quarter here in Redmond, Oregon. And we are tied. The Albany Firebirds and the Oregon Lightning knotted up at 7. Lewis rushing the line. Cole looks across the middle. Lob and woo! Almost intercepted by Trey Wortham, number 24. That was a floater, and there was nobody there. So now it's 4th down, and the Lightning will be challenged to see if they're going to go for it on 4th down or if they're going to kick. Most of the offense stays out there, and I do mean that in Dalton Cole, number 7. Three receivers will line up on the right side of the field. You've got Ollie, Chris Lewis, and number 6. 6, 11, and 1, actually. Cole is going to be sacked, and that is going to be for a loss. And his momentum, they carried him all the way back to near the 20-yard line. And he was looking for somebody open and had nobody available. So that's going to be a turnover on downs for the Lightning here with 1:53 left to go. And we'll take... Welcome back. First quarter of action. Albany and Oregon tied at 7. I'm Jim Schobel here on the Home Team Network and KTVZ Plus. It's AF1 football tonight from the First Interstate Bank Arena in Redmond. Oregon turned the ball over on downs, and now Albany will start at their own 14-yard line. Kolka, and flags in the air, and somebody jumped. We'll see if, and from the looks of things, it might have been somebody on the offensive line for Albany. And it's going to be a false start for Albany. So that's their first penalty. Well, actually, it's not the first penalty because of the scrum down in the end zone, but first official penalty, if you will. So Kolka impressive so far, Oregon impressive so far, turning it over on downs on their second offensive series, but they got all the way down to the 6-yard line. Receiver in motion for Albany is number 8, ball thrown across the field. It was intended for number 8, Isaiah Scott, and it's overthrown and out of bounds. Good defense there by Nicholas Brassel, number 2. Nicholas returns again this year, and Nick had a couple of pick sixes last year that were very impressive. One was end zone to end zone. So Nick's got some good hands and some wheels. Number 8, I believe in motion, or is it number 3? It's number 3, and that ball was intended for Dwayne Brown. And good defense by the Lightning to keep him from getting open, because that would have been another touchdown for Albany. Oregon's definitely done their homework on defense, keeping an eye on what Kolka does. And Kolka's got some weapons along with Oregon with their weapons as well. Oregon's receivers are Terrell Brown, Donovan Ali, and Chris Lewis. And so far, Dwayne Brown with the only receiving touchdown for Albany. Third down now for Albany. Kolka back in the pocket, throws across the middle, and nobody there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Oh, man. Good defense by Oregon. Let's see if we can check out this hit. And there's Kolka, number 9, back to drop, to throw, and keep an eye on him because he just gets nailed. Rodney Green says, "My name's Rodney. Nice to meet you." And that ends the first quarter of action here at the First Interstate Bank Arena. It's the opening game, home season for Oregon Lightning. Oregon and Albany tied at 7. Back for quarter number 2 in just a bit. 4:30 back. You're doing an excellent job, man. Thank you. Welcome back. We are ready for quarter number 2 here at the First Interstate Bank Arena. Shout out to the crowd. I'm Jim Schobel. You're watching tonight on the Home Team Network and KTVZ Plus from Redmond, Oregon tonight. Knotted up at 7, and right now it's 4th down as we switch ends of the field. And the Firebirds now on 4th down, and they've been challenged. Kolka under center, and somebody, flags, and somebody jumped. Now it's a question of who jumped first. And that is going to be on Oregon. That is Oregon's second penalty. So the ball is now spotted at about the 14.5-yard line. So that moves it up, and Albany's got to get to the 25-yard line, basically midfield, for a first down. 4th down again now for the Firebirds. Kolka back, looking across the middle, lob pass, and it is overthrown, and Albany has turned the ball over on downs. Oregon stops the #1 team from last year. Again, this Albany team does not know what it's like to lose. They won all their games last year. They played 2 already this year. And Oregon has got a sweet spot now at the 15-yard line of the Albany Firebirds. Defense coming up big.
They need to sign a waiver. That's happening at the high desert lines soccer team.
And now the Lightning will get a shot
Next to the merchandise.
at getting in the end zone. Great field position. Best so far of the night for Oregon. Terrell Brown, number 11, looks like he's going to be the rushing receiver. There he goes. Cole with the snap, looks, throws to the end zone, and it is not caught. Missed the hands of the receiver, number 11, Terrell Brown, and out of bounds. And Terrell goes out of bounds too. He's okay. Got to make sure he's all right. Here's the replay. Cole there lets the receiver know to take off. And he's going to come across in a crossing pattern. He's wide open and just couldn't haul it in. Hit him in the hands. You got to catch that ball. When you're open like that, when you're open like 7-11, you got to catch that ball. Lewis, the rusher, and he's the decoy, and let's see, number 11, that is Terrell Brown, gets down to the 1-yard line. Chris Lewis was the decoy, and they're going to spot it. Yeah, they'll spot it at the 1. 1st and goal now for Oregon. And Oregon is really doing a good job of moving the football. Dalton Cole has that little wave back to that Russian receiver. I've noticed that. Kolka for Albany does that little kick. I remember that from high school football. When you see the kick, you got to go. First and goal now for Oregon. Handoff into the end zone. Number 6 for Oregon, Donovan Ali, and it's touchdown Lightning. PNW, rise up. You are on the board again. So early on, here in this second quarter, the Lightning put more points on the scoreboard. And there you see Donovan Ali with the 1-yard run. Ammon Lakin puts it in the net, and the Oregon Lightning lead 14-7. Back with more action after this on the Home Team Network and KTVZ Plus. We are back in Redmond on the Home Team Network at KTVZ Plus. 12:05 left to go in the half, and the Oregon Lightning get an early touchdown here in the second quarter, take a 14-7 lead. Donovan Ali in the 1-yard run, and he was basically uncontested. So back now, we've got a deep receiver for Albany and kind of a mid receiver at the 15-yard line. Ball taken in the end zone by number 21, Darian Townsend. And out to about the 16-yard line is where he ended up. That's where he rolled over. And let's see where they put the field marker at. It's going to be close. And they'll actually put it at about the 17-yard line is what it looks like.
From the Ranch Radio and Horizon Broadcast Group, here for his second season, play-by-play, give it up for Jimbo Showball.
So the Lightning now on defense. They've had a couple of looks and the whistle's blown. Somebody called a timeout. I think Chuck is on the field. Let's see I believe there was a timeout. Didn't have enough guys on the field. Yeah, did not have enough guys on the field. That's not good. Got to have enough guys on the field. And I mean, it's early on, but that's enough to give a coach high blood pressure for sure. So now we got enough guys on the field. Oregon leads 14-7. Kolka's been doing a decent job at quarterback, looking for the receiver. Oregon's defense has been tough, though. It has been tough. They've challenged him a couple of times. He's had to throw the ball quickly. And now first down at the 17. And there's that little kick to get his man in motion. Kolka back. And he's got a man wide open and tackled by Nick Brassel. shut down those big yardage gains.
Defense.
Make the offense earn it a little bit. Back receiver number 8, Isaiah Scott in motion. Kolka looks wide open. Number 3 for the Firebirds is Dwayne Brown.
Short gain for the Firebirds.
Dwayne Brown with the short gain, and he's got the lone touchdown for Albany.
This time. Defense. Defense.
This crowd into this game early. A good crowd here on a sunny spring day and evening here on the high desert. The last weekend of the month of April already. Second down for, that should be a first down for Albany. Going towards the end zone and touchdown Albany. That is Dwayne Brown again.
Another player over the wall.
And that looks like that's going to be a favorite target for Kolka.
Number 10, Angelo Gross on the coverage.
Gross on the coverage, but touchdown for Albany. So it's been this cat and mouse game back and forth. When one team scores, the other one does. There's Kolka under center, and he just throws it to a wide open guy. Wide open guy right there in the end zone. The kick is up, and it bounces in, and it's good. And we've got a tied game at 14-14, 9:05 left to go in the half. You're watching AF1 football on the Home Team Network and KTVZ Plus. All right, take a look. We missed the kickoff, but take a look at this. The ball is tipped off of the boards, and number 11, Terrell Brown, gets it. And right there, he just gets hammered into the boards. And if you saw that clip of the boards, there's actually support beams that go around the arena. Last year, there were some big hits, and that wall went back about 10 feet on a couple of hits. So that's something that they've added this year. Protects both the players and the fans. Handoff up the middle. Big number 50 is stumbling, fumbling, bubbling all the way down to the 24-yard line. The big man, Jalen Vaughn.
With the carry. And I'm going to see if he can do this all by
Wow.
himself. That is another office.
Wow, and they're using big guys for short yardage gains with running backs, kind of like mini fridges, if you will. Here's the handoff. There's number 50 right there. He gets the ball handoff, and watch how many times or how many guys it takes to bring him down. And it took a couple shots, but he's down. First down for Oregon. Cole on a scramble. He's got heat and he just had to get rid of it. Big 97. Kadar Shepard, 6'4", 260. Chasing Dalton Cole at about 6'1", 225. Donovan Ali going, "You all right, big fella?" And he goes, "Yep, big fella's okay." We got a flag on the field. This is going to go against Oregon. And this is going to be Oregon's 4th penalty. This is something that early on last year, the Lightning had a problem with, and they cleaned up their game about halfway through the year. But right now, you're playing a tough team in the Albany Firebirds, and they'll take whatever Oregon's going to give them. But that's going to bring up 2nd down, and they've got to get to the 24-yard line. Right now, they're 2nd down at about 10 for the 1st down. Got a man in motion, and it was a short play. It's kind of a sneak play. Donovan Ali was looking for the short pass and couldn't haul it in, and it's going to bring up 3rd down now for the Lightning. Oregon's offense starting to sputter a little bit, which means Albany's defense is stepping up. 6:20 and counting to go, tied at 14 here on the Home Team Network and KTVZ Plus in Central Oregon. Donovan Ali's going to be the rushing back. There he goes in motion. Cole, and Chris Lewis missed his assignment again. And Dalton Cole's a little upset because he's did that play 2 times in a row, both times missing the receiver. And now it's going to bring up 4th down for the Lightning. A little bit of frustration on the offense right now, but they'll get it. They'll get it. And you see right there, Chris Lewis didn't even know it was coming to him. Freddie Booth Lloyd there, big number 99, next to Coach Chuck Jones in his 2nd year here in Oregon. Timeout on the field. With this timeout, let's just rehash the league standings of the Kentucky Barrels, one of the new teams in the league. They're 2-0. They've given up 68 points versus scoring 114. They've won 2 in a row. Albany comes in at 2 in a row as well, at 2-0, scoring 105 and giving up 50. The Nashville Cats, number 3 there on your screen. The graphic shows them at 2-0. They brought in professional wrestler Jeff Jarrett as a part owner, and I had a conversation with Jeff Fisher, who is, as you well know, former NFL quarterback, and in his 2nd year as the commissioner of AF1. And they brought him into Nashville for promotion. And then at Oregon, they're undefeated there at 1-0. Fourth down now for the Lightning. They're going to keep Dalton Cole in at quarterback. And they've got a rusher deep back, and I can't see the number. It looks like number 6. It looks like Ollie. It is. Cole back, got a receiver. Open, it's Ollie. First down, Lightning. What a play, another cross pattern. Nicely done. And that is the 3rd first down for Oregon. Dalton Cole brushes off the frustration and gets a first down. Oregon doing a pretty decent job of moving the football. And again, both teams are giving up big chunks of yardage. So that's something that both teams' defenses are going to have to shore in.
To the merch booth in the front concourse.
Lewis, the motion receiver. Nope, it's dumped back to number 11. That's Terrell Brown. And he gets across the 10-yard line.
Screen pass to Terrell Brown for a couple.
Oregon starting to find their groove a little bit. Second down, ball at the 10-yard line. Neither team really giving up any cheap plays or anything like that. Both teams have scored, and they've had to work at it, but they've done it. Two receivers out to the left. That's Ali and Terrell Brown. Lewis, the Russian receiver, and he is offside. So they call it a false start, but in general, he was offside. So that's another penalty against Oregon. That is their 5th penalty of the game. Right now, Albany with just 1 penalty. And that is going to move the ball back to the 20-yard line. Some quarterbacks don't like being that close to the end zone. They like a little room to roam. And Dalton got a little bit more than he bargained for on that penalty. So that'll bring the ball back to the 20-yard line. 3.5 minutes left here in the opening half. Tied at 14 from Redmond, Oregon. Thankfully, it's only second down. Brown will be the rushing receiver. Dalton looking, now he's going to take it on his own. He's got room to run. He's a big guy and gets taken down, and they almost get all the yards back to the 11-yard line. Dalton Cole is like a quarterback slash running back as far as size goes, and he is not afraid. The play. You can have an offensive coach on the field, but they've got to be way back, not in the area of play. Ollie looks, he's got it. Is that Lewis? Lewis gets pounded into the boards and flipped. He had the ball for a second. The defender, Ty Worthen, just drilled him. And and he is hurt. Nope, he got up. Good, he got up. They were calling for the coach, and Chris Lewis got up. Thankfully, he's okay. Those are some of the plays that we saw last year, where he get down near the boards, catch it, and hang on to it. But that time he didn't hang on to it. I'm glad Chris is. I hope he's okay. Big hit there by Trey Worthen, 6'1", 200-pound defensive back. And that is going to bring up 4th down now for the Lightning. Under 2 minutes left to go in the half, and the Lightning want to get on the board before the half ends. Different receiver, number 4 in motion. Dalton across the middle. It is dropped on 4th down. Donovan Ali was the receiver in motion, and now Oregon turns it over on downs. And Albany will get the ball with 1:25 left to go in the half. Cole looks across the middle. Got a great field of vision, I must say. He's only been really tchallenged twice. And one time he almost got sacked. After tonight, the Lightning go on the road and take on Michigan and Nashville. The next home game here in Redmond will be on May the 16th against the Washington Wolfpack. Let's take a break. We'll come back. 1:25 left to go in the half. It's tied at 14. Here is a shot of Chuck Jones just absolutely losing his mind. Yeah, with Oregon turning it over on downs, Chuck is just livid. And that's going to happen. That is going to happen. Albany's getting the ball back, 1:24 and counting left to go here in the first half, tied at 14. Kolka, man in motion. Kolka looks again, and it was tipped at the line, and it's a dead ball. So the ball is tipped, and that'll bring up second down for Albany. We're going to take another break with 1 minute left to go here in the half. Tied at 14 on the Home Team Network and KTVZ+. All right, here's Chuck. Chuck Jones just kind of trying to coach his guys without really, going too berserk. While we were at the break, Albany got the ball all the way out to the 18-yard line for a first down. And that is their 5th of the game. And nothing doing. And we've got a penalty against Albany. No, that's a timeout for Albany. I'm sorry. No flag on the field. Timeout. 25.7 seconds left to go. And really, it's been a chess match. Both teams moving the ball. Both teams have had flashes of brilliance on offense and defense. With such a high-scoring offense and the way they've played in their first 2 games, Oregon's defense is doing a pretty good job against the Albany Firebirds. Kolka now deep under center, man in motion. He's looking end zone all the way, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tyrese Chambers on the 15-yard pass. And that's Chambers' first chance at the end zone. And with 20 seconds left to go, the Albany Firebirds take their first lead of the ball game. Kolka right there across the middle to the end zone. And Tyrese Chambers, the wide receiver at 6'1", 190, or 6 foot 195, making it look easy. And the kick is shanked. The kick is no good. And that makes the score 20-14. Coming up at halftime, we'll have some halftime stats. Talk a little bit about the league standings. Again, want to remind you you're watching AF1 football on the Home Team Network and KTVZ+. Here every week. And we're going to take a look at the Fanzone from what I just heard. So that's going to be a lot of fun as well. Oh, power rankings as well? Oh my gosh. I'm just being told this and I'm loving every minute of it. Scott and Tim will be in the AF1 Fanzone. And I want to give a shout out to Jonathan West. He is the in-arena voice that you hear behind me here, doing a great job keeping the fans in the game. So now the Albany Firebirds will kick off. 2 guys deep, number 10 and number 11, Angelo Gross and Terrell Brown. Terrell Brown, number 11, and Gross, number 10. Deep kick. This looks like it's going to go into the net and bounce back. And that's going to be Gross, number 10, and he's got to get out of the end zone, and he does not get out of the end zone. That only knocks about 9 seconds off the play clock. And Oregon will get the ball at the 5-yard line.
How about that country music inside the rodeo bar?
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like the Green Monster in Boston with the Red Sox, with that ball bouncing off the wall. Once it hits that net or hits that wall, you don't know what's going to happen next. And that's what makes it exciting. One of the more exciting things here in AF1 football.
And your Lightning have the ball.
Jeff Fisher, the commissioner, looking to add some more teams. We had the Billings Outlaws drop off this last year, and looking to add some more teams, and maybe even doing what the NFL does and trying to get the inside game overseas and introduce other countries to Arena League football. Dalton Cole, the quarterback, number 7, back, looks across the middle, man open. That is Ali, number 6, and gets past midfield, and they're trying to keep him and not tackle him to keep the clock running. And Oregon wisely calls a timeout. They did not want to tackle him and stop the clock. So another first down for Oregon. That's their 4th. Joe Salvador right there with Dalton Cole. Seven seconds left to go in the half. And let's see if Dalton Cole goes for the end zone. Donovan Ali, number 6, will be the deep running back, or the rushing back, if you will, to the line, or rushing receiver, if you will. There he goes. Cole back, looking. Ali's caught it. He is still up, and the ball's loose. The ball is loose. It looks like Albany's got it. Albany's got the ball. What happened? Who's got it? And unfortunately, we've got an injured player down on the field for Albany. Let's take a look at the replay. Look at the far right-hand corner, and the ball gets fumbled, and a player is already down on the near side at about the 6-yard line for Albany. And it looks like it's Trey Wortham, number 24. And he is just in pain.
And the Oregon Lightning have thrown a red challenge flag on the field.
And the Oregon Lightning have thrown a red challenge flag. This is interesting. This is just like the challenge flag in professional, in the NFL. If you look, there's the ball caught, and then he gets tripped up near the goal line, and I'm not sure what the challenge is going to be. He fumbled the ball, but I'm not sure what the challenge is going to be on this.
No challenge, no timeouts for Oregon. And we are at halftime.
So the officials call it. That is the half.
For the great music tonight.
15 minutes, yeah, no challenge. So 30 minutes of football. The Oregon Lightning coach, Chuck Brown, is out on the field. The officials are talking. They have just said basically halftime. And so now Chuck is going, wait a minute, guys. There was still time on the clock. So we'll see what happens here. We're gonna stay right here until we find out what's going on.
Now don't throw those balls.
And it looks like they're going to call half. They are going to call halftime. So, one half of football in the books. Albany leads the Oregon Lightning 21-14. We'll come back with stats and a lot more fun. You're watching AF1 Football, HTN, the Home Team Network, and KTVZ Plus.
Welcome to Fanzone Offline. I'm Scott Burke alongside Tim Capper. Week 2 is officially in the books, so let's kick things off with a look at the AF1 Fanzone Power Rankings.
Scott, to be honest, even though only 2 weeks in, some teams are now beginning to make a name for themselves.
Yeah, they really are. And as you know, Tim, we compile these results by taking in ballots from all of the AF1 Fanzone staff.
Hey, so let's go. Let's look at the power rankings for the end of week 2. Tier number 3. Scott, pretty much status quo at the bottom tier. Both Washington and Minnesota were on a bye in week 2, but Washington is still trying to improve with a big trade for an all-arena defensive lineman.
And then you have Beaumont, who's still looking for that first win. Unfortunately, it didn't come at home this week because they ultimately just laid an egg up against the Birds. But tier 2 is where I think is the most exciting part right now. You've got 3 teams. Totally different stories for each one. You've got Michigan, who's had an incredibly tough schedule. They're 0-2, but they've played that tough schedule tough themselves. So they've just kind of worked their way up without having a win. Oregon, they're 1-0. Their only win so far has come up against that number 9 Washington team. So we really don't know what Oregon has yet. And then you've got Oceanside, who is our preseason number 9 pick. They're up to the 4th spot. And they still took a loss in week 2. That's how tough they're playing their opponents. Even a loss, they're still moving up.
Now we're looking at tier 1. No movement on teams at all this week, but there were some notes of note. Kentucky scored 80 points, Scott. First expansion team to score 80-plus points in an arena football game since the Utah Blaze scored 81 in a loss to the New York Dragons in 2006.
And that's what we love about arena football.
Head coach Darren Arbette had Nashville better prepared for their opener in 2026. They dropped 70 on the expansion Michigan Arsenal. And lastly, Albany shows why they're the top team in the rankings. They extended their unbeaten streak to 12 regular season games. So there's your look at the week 2 rankings. Teams are still looking to leave their mark.
Yeah, they are. And what I'm liking about these rankings, you've got stability at the top. The top 3 teams are outclassing everybody. You got stability at the bottom. Teams still looking to prove themselves. Then you got this middle crew that's almost in a statistical tie. These middle 3 teams, that's where all the movement's happening. That's where all the excitement's happening in these power rankings.
Hey, and for the full breakdown, you can head over to AF1Fanzone.com.
When we come back, we're breaking down the week 2 award winners as selected by the league.
These are the players who stood out in week 2. That's next on Fanzone Offline.
Welcome back to Fanzone Offline. I'm Scott Burke alongside Tim Capper.
And now we're looking at the league's week 2 award selections.
These are the official league honors that are recognizing standout performances from week 2.
And week 2, Scott provided some amazing performances. Starting us off is the AF1 Defensive Player of the Week, Drew Singleton of the Albany Firebirds.
Man, that guy was an absolute force on both sides of the line of scrimmage this week.
8 tackles, 2 interceptions, a sack, and even a reception.
This is the kind of guy that makes Albany the true standard of the AF1.
Exactly.
So let's take a look at the Offensive Player of the Week, or should I say players?
The Kolka brothers must be taking their vitamins and saying their prayers, Scott, because Kolka Mania is running wild over the AF1 so far this season.
Yeah, they really are. Josh and brand new father Tyler, they both had over 250 yards passing and 6 touchdowns each.
Those numbers are typically reserved for the MVP of the week.
You know, and it's funny you say that because that's exactly what I said, you know, in the moment as those games were happening. And that's really what makes this week's MVP all that more impressive.
Speaking of, Kentucky Barrel's Shea Spencer shined in his AF1 debut and walked away with the week 2 MVP nod.
281 passing yards, and if you can believe it, 9 total touchdowns, 7 passing and 2 rushing.
Hey, on top of that, he wasn't even QB1 to start the week. What a performance.
It really was. And, you know, we had a great conversation with both Shea and Coach Walker earlier this week on Fanzone Live. If you haven't seen it yet, you'll definitely want to check that out.
So there it is, your week 2 players of the week.
Singleton on defense, Kolkamania brothers all over the offense,
and Spencer taking MVP.
That's going to do it this week for Fanzone Offline. Remember, for everything AF1, check us out at AF1Fanzone.com.
For Scott Burke, I'm Tim Capper. We'll see you next time.
We are back. It's halftime here in Redmond, Oregon. The Oregon Lightning and the Albany Firebirds, and Albany with a late touchdown in that second quarter, out on top 21-14. We ended the half with a challenge flag thrown, and we tried to stay with the referees, Chuck Jones, as much as we could. Don't know what the outcome was, but obviously we had an injured player for Albany. We don't know the status of the injured player, but we hope he's okay. Both teams just coming out, and really just, it was kind of a chess match early on. Oregon has taken, Oregon scored first, and they've taken the lead twice, but Albany now is starting to move the ball a little bit more effectively through the middle of the field. Receivers are starting to get open, as you see Chuck Jones down there talking with his team. And let's give you a little bit of a background about Chuck Jones. He's a Compton, California native. Played at the University of Kansas before finishing his college career over in Portland at Portland State University. And he's been in the Portland area for the last 20 years. And he played for the Everett Hawks, the Tri-Cities Fever, Spokane Shock, and then finished with the High Desert Storm. And then he retired and jumped right into coaching. He took the Storm to the AWFC championship game against Idaho. And the next season took on the weight of building the Oregon Black Bears, which turned into the Oregon Lightning. Now, last year the Oregon Lightning was a tough year, it was a building year. And this year Chuck is taking on the task of not only being the coach, the GM, but he's the owner, and probably washes the team jerseys. I don't know, he's doing a lot, but heck of a nice guy. I mean, Chuck is one of the nicest guys you would ever want to meet. But you've also seen him when he gets upset. I would, you know, and he was a teacher. So, and that's what he's doing down there. Now, you see the gentleman in the yellow shirt by Chuck? That is John Charles. John Charles was a quarterback at Portland State University and took them to the playoffs numerous times. This is the first year that he's been on board the coaching staff, and this is the first year that Dalton Cole has had a quarterback coach. And I had a chance to talk to John before the game, and it's just a matter of Dalton finding his groove, not rushing things, and again, not looking for the big play every time he gets up there. And so far, so good. Neither team has thrown an interception. Let's get you the scoring. The first touchdown of the game was Dalton Cole to Brown at 11:09 of the first quarter. The extra point was good. And then Kolka to Brown, not the same Brown, but another guy named Brown on Albany. And the extra point was good. And then Donovan Ali with a 1-yard run. That made it 14-7. And then Kolka to Chambers with a 15-yard pass. And that's where we're at, 21-14 the score. And Oregon is kicking off to Albany. Ball's going to go into the net and off the post and drill. Yeah, that is going to be a touchback.
It's a field goal.
Actually, they're going to call that a deuce. That is the first deuce of the year for the Lightning. That is 2 extra points. So if it hits the post and goes in, it's a deuce. Nice way to start the quarter. It wasn't pretty, but let's take a look at it. Keep an eye on the middle of the goalpost. There it goes into the net, into the post, and it's a deuce. And now it's a touchback, and Albany will start at their 5-yard line. This is the furthest back we've seen the Firebirds start out at. Man in motion, 3, the decoy goes to number 8. He shakes one tackle, another up and across the 10-yard line, still on his feet, and gets to the 14. On the bottom of that pile, number 5, Andrew Volmar for Oregon. And that's going to be a first down for Albany. Neither team with a 3rd down conversion in the first half. Handoff goes up the middle to number 4. He gets across the 15 to the 16, and Trevin Shorts gets a couple. And no word on number 24 for Albany. That was Trey Wortham. He was the injured player. We'll see if we can find out what his condition is. I hope he's all right. Isaiah Scott, the rushing receiver, number 8. Kolka looks to the left, across the middle, open number 3. That's Dwayne Brown. And Dwayne Brown is across midfield to the 22-yard line of the Oregon Lightning. And another first down for Albany. When you've got a high-scoring team like Albany, Albany wants to control the pace of play and move that ball as fast as they can to get down and do it again. Handoff goes to the outside. That's number 4 again. And he's still up and on his feet, and he's in. Touchdown, Albany. Touchdown, Albany. There was some confusion with the officials, but that is Trayvon Shorts with the 15-yard run. And Oregon has really got to shore up their defense now, because Albany extends that lead to 9 at 27 to 16. Actually 11. Was never good at math. Cavanis will kick the extra spot, or the extra point rather. Snap is low, kick is up, and it is no good. No good. So with 11:15 left to go here in the third quarter, Albany takes a 27 to 16 lead. Here's the run. And once you hit the boards, the ball is dead. And he never got tackled into the boards, and that was the big discussion. And there he is doing his little dance. I don't know what you call that, but. So it's 27 to 16 Albany, and Albany's starting to hit cruise control. Yeah, the Firebirds have scored 105 points coming into tonight's game, and only given up half of that in 2 games. Now, last year, they put 80 points on the board midway through the season. They have not lost a game. Oregon wants to change that. 10 and 11, Gross and Brown back as the receivers for the Lightning. Here's the kick. And that is Angelo Gross at the wall to the outside and gets to the 10-yard line. And Angelo Gross is not happy. Slammed the ball down, but got 10 yards, and now the Lightning will start back. So they're going to spot the ball at about the 8.5-yard line. He didn't quite get to his legs didn't quite get to the 10. 10.5 left to go in the third, and Albany up by 9, or up by 11 rather. I keep saying 9, it's 11. Lewis in motion. Across the middle, and it's knocked down, just simply knocked down by Jordan Whitley, number 11. Didn't try to catch it, just knocked it down. So both quarterbacks have not thrown an interception, which is good for both teams. Koka last week, the player of the week, along with his brother for Offensive Player of the Week in AF1. Both of those guys threw 6 touchdowns in their games. Delayed snap, goes to the outside. That is caught by number 11, still on his feet, and now into the wall. And number 11, oh, there's a wrestling match going on, and we may have a unnecessary roughness penalty against Whitney. Number 11, he would not let go. He would not let go. They went into the wall. Here's the play. Keep an eye on the near side. Cole throws. It's caught. And then right here is where he goes to make the move. And that's where Whitley makes the tackle. And they go into the boards. And he just will not let go. And that is going to be an unnecessary roughness penalty against Albany. And that's going to move the football to the Albany 16-yard line. First penalty for Albany in the second half. Lewis in motion. Dalton throws it over to number 11, Terrell Brown. He's already got 1 touchdown. And there's some chippiness going on this far side. Albany's coach is livid. I don't know why he's livid. His team is the one that's being aggressive. I mean, once the ball is called dead, you gotta let go. They teach you in football, you play till the whistle. Second down now for the Lightning. Ball spotted at the 12-yard line. 27-16, Albany leads. Handoff up the middle, the big fella, number 50, still up, and they're pushing him back. His forward motion got him to about the 9-yard line. We'll see where they spot the ball. Jalen Vaughn. They have him listed as a linebacker. They don't have him listed as a running back. And they've used him a couple times already. So they do spot the ball at the 8-yard line. And that'll bring up third down. Neither team so far has had the benefit of a first down on a third down conversion. And both teams have turned the ball over on downs. Brown, the far receiver. Lewis, the inside receiver. Left side, man in motion. Number 6 goes to the end zone. It's overthrown. Dalton had to get rid of it quick. So they need to get the ball to the 6-yard line for a first down. They're just 2 yards away, but 2 yards away on fourth down can seem like a mile. So fourth down now for the Lightning. And they'll switch receivers to the far right side. Same receivers, Ali and Brown, 6 and 11. Lewis will be the Russian receiver. Cole looks across the middle and no call. No call at all. Number 0 on the play, Lorenzo Jones. Oregon looking for a flag. Let's take a break. We'll come back with more action. 6.5 minutes to go. It's Albany 27 and Oregon 16.
Please welcome to the field, the Sisters Dance.
Welcome back to the First Interstate Bank Arena, and Chuck Jones giving it to the refs, as he should. There's been some questionable play. I mean, Albany has really stepped up the aggressiveness here in this third quarter. They lead 27-16, 6.5 left to go in the third. Albany now with the ball at their own 8-yard line. Turnover on downs for the Oregon Lightning. Kolka under center. Man in motion. Kolka has time to throw it across the middle, and no good. It was intended for Darian Townsend, number 21. The receiver, defensive back. Good play from Nick Brassel, keeping that ball from being caught. So now it'll be second down. .21 in motion for Albany. The pass is to him into the boards, and Brassel gives him a little shove. And now there's a little jaw jacking going on between Townsend and Brassel. Townsend goes, "I got the first down on you, buddy." And Brassel's going, "Hey, what is this garbage? You just got to get back and play." Kolka back to throw, and he gets into the boards.
Defense.
So that's a first down for Albany, and that is their 8th of the game. Pass caught by number 3. He's still up in midfield and gets to the 23-yard line. That's Dwayne Brown. Albany now with the lead. Don't know if they feel like they can put it on cruise control, but Oregon needs to come back with the aggressiveness that they had in that first quarter. Second down now for Albany. Dwayne Brown, the rushing receiver, hangs back. There's the leg kick from Kolka. Kolka back in the pocket across the middle, looking end zone all the way, and it is not caught. That was intended for Tyrese Chambers. Number 10 for Oregon, Angelo Gross, and number 5, Andrew Volmar for Oregon. So now third down, and we'll see if we can get the first third down conversion of the ball game on the Albany side. Well, actually for both teams. Number 8 rushes the line. It's across the middle, and I think it's number 11 or number 1. It's number 1 for Albany. It is caught, Tyrese Chambers, and that's another first down for Albany. And the momentum now has shifted towards Albany now. They're starting to control the tempo and the clock.
Defense.
Kolka handed off. Number 4 up the middle, and he maybe gets a yard. Trayvon Shorts gets maybe a yard on the play.
Who's at the bottom of that pile? Caden Campoletti again.
So Rodney Green in on the tackle, number 15 for Oregon. 2:42 and counting left in the quarter. Kolka starting to find guys open straight up the middle. Looking end zone again, up the middle. Touchdown, Albany. Dwayne Brown with his second touchdown of the game. A 16-yard pass.
After this extra point, that is a special extra voice here tonight. Who's still having a great time on a Saturday night here in Redmond?
And Albany starting to get ahead of the pace here and starting to make a run.
Right next to the play-by-play. And you never know when I have something to give away
Tavanus will have the extra point. He missed the last one. Shanked it off the post. Here's the snap. Kick is up, and it is good. And Albany takes a 34-16 lead with 1:36 to go. We'll take a break and come back. You're watching AF1 football on HTN and KTVZ+. Back at the First Interstate Bank Arena, watch this backflip. In the NFL, that would be a flag. In the AF1, that's not a flag. But the Russian judge only gives him 6, though. 34-16. We are 1:36 away from heading to the fourth quarter. Here's the kick. It looks like it's going to hit the net. It bounces off the net and goes into the hands of Gross, number 10, still on his feet, goes to the outside and knocked down at the 7-yard line. Angelo Gross.
The return by Gross.
You know, Oregon, just in this second half, just has not been able to hit the mark like they did in the first half. Dalton Cole would get down to 3rd and 4th down and find that way to get the first down or score. And Oregon has just come up with nothing so far here in this third quarter. And it's been all Albany since halftime. 2 touchdowns in this third quarter. Dalton Cole from the 5. Quick throw over, and Donovan Ali didn't even know it was coming. It was past him before he can even look. And I'm sure Dalton's the frustration level starting to add up a little bit. Got to stay in the game, though. Keep your frustrations under control, as one of my high school coaches used to say. Second down now for the Lightning. Cole in the pocket. He's got to get rid of it. He's got a man open. He's got a man open. It's caught. Donovan Ali. First down, Oregon. And that will end the third quarter of action. We will come back with quarter number 4. It's Albany 34, Oregon 16.
That's another office deep.
Back at the First State Interstate Bank Arena, and this is what Dalton Cole has been dealing with in the second half. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Where's David Bowie when you need him?
From the United States, so I'm going to give him an Abby's Pizza too.
Into the fourth quarter we go here at the First Interstate Bank Arena. I'm Jim Schobel on the Home Team Network and KTVZ Plus. It's a Saturday night here on the High Desert, and Albany comes in with a 34-16 lead. And Dalton Cole at the 18-yard line. Hand off to the big guy, number 50, and he gets a couple. Jalen Vaughn gets a couple. Oregon really needs to step up the offense and really, really crank up the defense. They have him listed, number 50, as a linebacker on the roster. Apparently, they found a running back in him.
How about that?
You know, he played his college ball in Quincy, and I don't know if he was a defensive guy or an offensive secret. Cole across the middle, number 6, catches it. That's Ollie. And Ollie's going to be just about a yard or 2 yards short of another Oregon first down. He is going to be about a yard short.
Third down.
And it is going to bring up third down, but we've got an injured player for Albany on the field. That is number 13, and that is Prince, and I can't even pronounce his last name. It's, I want to say, Umaneelam. And if I mispronounce that, I sincerely apologize, but it looks to be a lower extremity injury. And we've not seen number 24 back on the field for Albany. And number 24 is Trey Wortham. There was a play at the end of the half, and Wortham was injured near the 6-yard line at the far end zone. Damon Ware, the head coach for Albany, they have not lost a game. And they're trying to figure out what to do. Tell you what, let's take an injury timeout break. We'll be back. 34-16 is the score. Back on HTN and KTVZ Plus after this. First Interstate Bank Arena in Redmond, Oregon. The Oregon Lightning down 34-16, and we just had an injured player taken off the field for Albany. Third down now for the Lightning. See if Dalton can continue this momentum with the offense. He's going to take it himself, and he is going to get the first down. And if he doesn't get it, he's going to be close. Real close. They moved the chains. It's first down, Oregon. That's Oregon's 6th first down of the game compared to 9 for Albany. Oregon's had their struggles here in the second half. The third quarter belonged to Albany. 2 touchdowns in that third quarter. Oregon looking to put another one on the board. Cole looking end zone all the way. Touchdown, Lightning!
Touchdown!
Donovan Ali, number 6, with a reception. 8 yards for the score.
Dalton Cole finding Donovan Ali for the touchdown.
Donovan Ali, 2nd touchdown of the game for Oregon. And that makes the score 34-22 early in this fourth quarter. So now we'll see if they kick or if they're going to go for 2. And it looks like they're going to try to go for 2. Ollie, the receiver, to the left. You've got 2 receivers, Stevens and Lewis, to the right. And you've also got big number 50 in the backfield, Jalen Vaughn. In motion. And Cole takes it himself. A 2-pointer for Oregon. And that is what the doctor ordered for Oregon. And now it's a 10-point game. We've not seen many runs from Dalton Cole, but that was a good one for Oregon. Here he is on the line, looking. Guys in motion. There is the misdirection, if you will, and Cole takes it in for the 2-point conversion. And I like the fact that Dalton looks but does not get involved in the jaw jacking. You do not want to get a senseless penalty this late in the game. And if you're Chuck Jones, that's what you want to tell your guys. Keep your head in the game. Let them do all the talking. Talk is cheap. And as Toby Keith would say, a little less talk and a lot more action. That's the one and only country reference you're going to get for this one. So now, Oregon will kick off. Number 1, the deep back for Albany, Tyrese Chambers, and the short back is number 8, Isaiah Scott. And he's not short, he's 6'3". There's the kick. And it's caught near the wall. Nearly fall. And the Lightning take him down. That is Tyrese Chambers, number 1. Gets to about the 7-yard line.
Tyler Stevens on the stop.
Stevens on the stop for Oregon. And that's what you want to do. You want to make Albany start as far back as possible.
If you see him on the fly cam, give it up for Eli Pike from Alpen Grove.
11:08 to go, and it's a 10-point game. It's a 2-score game right now. You're watching AF1 football on Home Team Network and KTVZ Plus. Jim Schobel, glad to be with you on this Saturday night here on the high desert in Redmond, Oregon. And there's a whistle. And it looks like there was some confusion from Oregon in the backfield. Number 3 and number 5, Volmar and Robert McCoy Jr. just trying to get on the same page. Koka throws it. It's caught. Scott, number 8, gets out to the 20-yard line, or close to it anyway. And this is going to be close to a first down. Let's see if they give it, depends on where they put the marker. And they move it back to the 16, 17-yard line. So it's going to be second down and short, second down and 2. Chambers, the rushing receiver, number 1. Handoff in the backfield. Some confusion to number 4, still up on his feet. And Trayvon Shorts gets a couple. And now with a 10-point lead, Albany is just trying to run the clock out and keep Oregon from putting the ball in their end zone. To stay up to date on the Oregon Lightning and their happenings, go to theoregonlightning.com and theaf1.com for league happenings online. Coca looking across the middle, got a man open, it's caught and brought down for a first down. That's Chambers again. That is the 10th first down for Albany. Oregon's only got 5.
To the Up Liquids Beer Garden.
Little post pattern to the outside.
Thank you to Up Liquids, our official beer garden sponsor. For y'all.
Albany looking to put this away with another touchdown. Oh, a little curl around there. Haven't seen that. Coca throws it, it's tipped, and it goes into number 21's hands, and it's another touchdown. Is that 21 or 24? That's 21, that's Townsend. It's tipped by the Oregon player right into Townsend's hand, and it's another Albany touchdown. Play on the far side. There's the tip, and it goes right into his hands. And all he's got to do is do a little Texas two-step into the end zone. Kick is up, and it is good. 7:49 left to go in the fourth. It's Albany 40 and Oregon 24.
And also out of Prineville, 42 Spine Sport. Dr. Greenberg is in the house.
It's AF1 football on HTN, the Home Team Network, and KTVZ Plus on Roku TV. And the Oregon Lightning down 41-24, and Albany starting to run away with it here in this second half. Pretty tight in the first half, both teams exchanging touchdowns, and the third quarter was the big quarter for Albany, putting up 13 points to just 2 for Oregon with the deuce. Here's the kickoff at the wall. That is Gross. He is still on his feet, gets out to the 12, 13 yard line. Decent return for Oregon. And now what the Lightning have to do is focus on moving the football. No penalties. Stay away from the talking and all of that, and get that ball in the end zone. 7:18 and counting left to go. And really, truthfully, Albany's not doing anything fancy. They're just methodically moving the football. So Kolka and company will take a seat, and it's Dalton Cole, big number 7 from North Carolina. Ali in motion. Cole looks, and it was intended for number 11 for Oregon, Terrell Brown. A little too much mustard on that one. And they've got big number 50 in there, Jalen Vaughn. He's been a running back a couple of times in this game. And he lines up in the running back position behind Dalton Cole. Cole looks downfield, intended for Chris Lewis, and could not connect. The clock still runs. 5.5 left to go in this game. Oh my gosh, we just got the note from the booth. Vaughn had 2 career rushing yards and a touchdown. That's probably where the 2 yards came from. Wow. You got to exploit that. They have not been able to tonight. Brown in motion, and it is out to Ali on the near side. And it gets out to about the 20, the 21. Looks like they're gonna spot it at the 21. And the clock continues to run. The next home game here for the Lightning in Redmond is gonna be on May 16th against the Washington Wolfpack. Oregon won 2 weeks ago, 33-16, up in Washington. So this will be the first look at Washington for the Oregon Lightning fans here in Redmond. Fourth down now for the Lightning. They've got to get to the 23-yard line of Albany for a first down. And they will not. They will not. Dalton Cole had to rush the throw. You know, and playing teams like this is good for Oregon because it gives you teaching lessons. When you play against a team like Albany that's just running on all cylinders all the time, it teaches you things to do on offense and defense that maybe you didn't know before. They'll look at the game tape after tonight, make adjustments. Next week, they're in Michigan to take on the Arsenal, a new team here in AF1 for this season. So Albany will get the ball. 4 minutes left to go in the fourth and in the ball game, and they lead 41-24. Kolka back to pass. In the pocket. He's got to take it himself. There's pressure. He gets hit for the first time. Ball is loose. Was the whistle blown? And I do believe the whistle was blown before the ball popped loose. And Oregon will take a timeout. Let's take a look at this. Kolka challenged for maybe the second or third time, taking it himself. He gets hit, and right there is where the ball comes loose. And they're saying he was down. His legs were down before the ball came loose.
Attention. We need a UDC representative to go to the merchandise booth. A UDC representative to the merchandise booth to meet Paige from the Hype Squad.
So don't know what the instructions from Chuck was, but with 3.5 left to go, it's just, guys, let's just play this out. Let's play smart. Kolka gets that guy in motion with that leg kick. Kolka back in the pocket, throws, got a man open. And I'm trying to see who that is. That's number 1, Tyrese Chambers on the reception. He gets down to the 6-yard line, and it looks like Albany wants to score again. And again, it's been nothing fancy. They're just moving the football. That's all they're doing. A little curl around goes back behind the referee. Number 3. Kolka looking for number 3 in the end zone. There's a lob, and he did a little curl around to try to fake the defender and get open, and he couldn't do it. Ball was overthrown. And Kolka trying to do a repeat and probably try to be the offensive player of the week again for this week. He's had a pretty stellar game. 5 touchdowns in this game for Kolka. Last week he had 6. Kolka throws, it's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. If Kolka gets another touchdown, he'll match his mark of last week. Oh, we have a score, an AF1 league score. Minnesota, let's see. Minnesota loses 45-23. Minute and a half left in this ball game. And Albany is going to win again. Kolka looking to get that 6th touchdown, looking end zone, and there's nobody there.
It worked. Let's do it again.
So now it's going to bring up 4th down now for Albany. Albany went 4 and out once during the game. Oregon's done it twice on offense. So at the 1-minute warning, there's 1 minute left of the game. We'll take our final break. Albany leads 41-24 on HTN and KTVZ+.
Timeout. You know what? It's JW, your announcer. I'm between section 17 and 18. I'm looking for someone that has some lightning gear. You have lightning gear. Why don't you stand up? You have lightning gear. You're standing up. Kiddo, you against him. Dance off. Let's do it. He doesn't want to dance. Are you going to let him win? Are you going to let him win? section with lightning here. You know, you can get it on the way out. And also, we're going to be down on the floor. We invite everyone to come down after the 5-minute cooling off period to join us on the floor. Player autographs, hype squad autographs. It's going to be fun. So y'all stick around, meet your favorite players, and we appreciate you coming in to First Interstate Bank Center tonight.
Back at the First Interstate Bank Arena in Redmond, Oregon. I'm Jim Schobel on HTN and KTVZ Plus. Final minute of the ball game, and it's been all Albany in this second half. 41-24 is the score, and they're knocking on the door on fourth down. Kolka back to pass, looks to the end zone, and there is his sixth touchdown of the ball game. And that is to number 8, Isaiah Scott.
Is he willing to dance to Biggie? Are you gonna dance? You know what?
So now Kolka matches his mark of last week with 6 touchdowns. That only took 4 seconds off the clock. Wide open. And I don't know if he's going to be player of the week every week, but right now they are just as dominant as they were last year. Kick is up and it's good.
You know what? We're not going to leave this guy out.
Albany is going to go to 3-0. The Oregon Lightning will go to 1-1. Oregon's going to hit the road to play Michigan next week, and then on Mother's Day to play the Nashville Cats. I wonder if Jeff Jarrett's going to come out and body slam somebody at halftime in that game, since he's now co-owner. We'll see. And by the way, you can watch all the games on HTN. And also, if you're local here in Redmond, you can stream with Roku TV on KTVZ Plus. Oregon. It was all Oregon. I mean, Oregon really did a great job in the first half. It's almost like they ran out of gas. And Oregon will go back to the drawing board. And Kolka celebrating with his teammates. And again, we wish the best and well wishes to Trey Wortham. He was injured at the end of the first half, and we hope he's okay. That only took 4 seconds off the clock to score that touchdown. Let's see if Oregon can do that. It's been a tough night for the Lightning. And that is kicked out, and that will be a touchback. One thing that I've noticed that we've not had happen tonight, that we had happen multiple times last year. None of the kickers have hit the scoreboard.
56 seconds left.
So that's a good thing. Fans starting to pile out of the First Interstate Bank Arena. And again, the next home game for the Lightning on May the 16th. You can get tickets at theoregonlightning.com in advance or here at the fairgrounds if you're local.
33-16. We own the Cascade Clash. So it's a long season. Please be here with us for every single matchup inside the storm.
Oregon will get the ball at the 20-yard line with 56 seconds left to go in the game. Cole played the whole game at QB for Oregon. He's going to go. He's got room to run. He's going to get the first down and more.
Cole takes off.
That was a massive hit, and I hope he's all right.
First down.
And he's fine. Watch the far side. Cole takes off and gets near the wall, and here comes the hit right there. And that should be a penalty, and it is. That is going to be a pass interference penalty on number 10 for Albany, Marcus Smith. And at the end of a game like this, coach for Albany, I'm looking on the sideline, and he is livid. It's like, why? Why? We're ahead. Why? It's kind of like dealing with your dad when you're 10 years old. Why? I don't know. So Oregon will get the ball and a chance to score. They put the ball at the 8-yard line. Oregon would like to end on a positive note. And there's big number 50 in the backfield. Stevens in motion, number 88, looking end zone. It is tipped. Knocked away.
What a great night for us all to get back together for arena football.
Good turnout tonight for the Oregon Lightning fans, the first home game of the year. Here on the final weekend of April. 2 weeks to go for Mom's Day. Don't forget Mom. "40 seconds left to go. Stevens again in motion, number 88. Cole looking opposite side, looking for number 11, and couldn't get it in. Terrell Brown. And just some unnecessary talking going on. There's no need for this. Albany is way ahead. They just need to get back in, shut their mouths, and play the game. No need for that at all. And I think that's what Chuck is saying. You know, don't get hung up on that. Don't let them get in your head.
I heard Rumble the Sasquatch is making his way to the exit doors. Rumble brought to you by Sasquatch Water Company.
So the Lightning will have another chance. Third down. It's thrown, it's tipped, and it's intercepted. And Albany will get the ball. And now we've got a flag on the field. And we've got an injured Albany player now on the field. Not a way to end the game. This is the first meeting of these two teams, and let me take a look at the schedule. And this is the only meeting between Albany and Oregon. And this does not look good. I'm trying to see if that's 20 or 28 for Albany. And that looks like a 2-0 from where we're at. So Oregon, with 32 seconds left to go, will go to 1-1 and go on a 2-game road trip. Let's see if we can see where the, let's see, there's number 20 right there. He goes down and he bounces off the field, and it looks like there's a late hit by number 75. And with that late hit, that looks like where the injury comes into play. And it looks like a lower extremity injury from here. And he gets up, and he is walking gingerly Not the way he wants to end the game, but he's doing a little handshake with the teammates. Maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him. I don't know, but he's up. Offsetting penalties at the end. And unfortunately, the ref mic is not working. So offsetting penalties at the end of the game, and Albany will get the ball with 32 seconds left to go. When you get an injury like that, it's hard to get momentum and get back into the game, but there's only 32 seconds left, and Albany's got a commanding 48-24 lead. And it looks like number 75, who had the hit, is out, and Albany will get it again. Kolka back, throws, long pass, and it is not caught. Great defense by Angelo Gross, number 10. Played that superbly. And now they're jawing at each other again by the referee. Angelo just needs to walk away. And this has been the longest 30 seconds that I've witnessed in a while. I think Kolka's trying to pad his stats just by throwing the ball. And it's complete to number 8, no gain. And the clock still runs, and that could be the final play of the game. And that will be the final play of the ball game. Albany comes in for the first time this season and comes in with a victory over the Oregon Lightning. And the final score with 2 seconds to go, and it's over, 48-24. And the Albany Firebirds will go to 3-0, and the Oregon Lightning will go to 1-1 in action. We'll come back and wrap it up from Redmond, Oregon. Oh, we're not going to go to break. So Kolka, 6 touchdowns again, and just dominant. But it wasn't anything fancy. They were just throwing the ball, hitting the guys that were open. Guys were open in the end zone, and the Albany Firebirds come away with the win. Don't forget, our next game will be next Saturday here on HTN. You can follow the Oregon Lightning at theoregonlightning.com and watch on KTVZ Plus here in Redmond, Oregon. Final score tonight, Albany 48, Oregon 24. I'm Jim Schobel. Good night, everybody.
Construction and digging, and Clearview Glassworks, along with Well Hospitality Hampton Inn, the Redmond Chamber of Commerce, and the Moose Lodge. Just 4 minutes left. As we will let you on the field here into this cooling off period.